Hello everyone, welcome to the last session in our monthly current affairs series of October month. So we'll start with the science and tech second part. In the first session, we have talked about the human health and disease and something related to the biotechnology, right? In this session, we'll talk about the space, very small. Today's session is going to be small, and then we'll talk about some miscellaneous stuff. Nobel, some prizes are in news. Within the Nobel prizes, there are a few topics which needs to be discussed, and that topic I'll discuss. Some references I'll give, but I'll discuss them later on. So let's start the session. First one that is space in news. That is first is Orisis X. So basically, Orisis X mission is started in 2016 and will be ending in 2023. It's a very important mission because it's the first asteroid sample return mission. Which asteroid it is going to? That is Bennu. It has a 7-year time period. So from 2016 itself, it's in the news, and 2023 it will remain in the news, right? It has a robotic arm that is named as TACSAM. Not very important. Let us see a very small video to understand a bit about it. Geologists say that rocks remember.
After traveling for 2 years, 101 days, and over
This is Orisis X around the
NASA's
Bennu.
OSIRIS-REx spacecraft arrived at its target, near-Earth asteroid Bennu. OSIRIS-REx is the first mission to explore this primitive remnant from the origins of the solar system.
We'll discuss it later, like within this video. Let us see for a few minutes.
Bennu is a dark, diminutive world, roughly the height of a skyscraper, and now the smallest body to be orbited by a spacecraft.
Smallest body to be orbited by the spacecraft. That's why it's important. It's the smallest body to be covered by a spacecraft. Okay.
It was known to have low thermal inertia, a characteristic of fine-grained materials.
Earlier, it was thought that it is having some fine-grained materials, hypothetically, or with some evidences, not evidences, but thought of that, okay, it is something like that. But when Orisis X has reached and taken a lot of images, it has found that it is a very rocky terrain. It's not important for us, the rocky terrain or something like that, but overall we need to remember this. Bennu, एक बार देख लेंगे. Once we have seen the video, once we have understood it, now any question comes, we'll be able to handle it, right? In 2021, the departure will start as well. The idea is to collect at least 60 grams of the material back to the earth. Now the question is why that material needs to be there. Few information. Around 200 million miles away from earth, it has a window into the early solar system. Why? Because it was formed within the 10 million years of the formation of the solar system. Solar system within the 10 million years, which is a very small time scale within the geological time scale. So within the 10 million years ago, it was formed, this Bennu. And the drastic changes have not happened into this particular asteroid. Drastic changes have not happened. Hence, if we want to have a look at the window into early solar system, what that solar system was like, hence Bennu is important. Okay. Understood? It's a window into early solar system. It has a very high carbon content. Only 4% of the light is reflected back from the Bennu. Okay. As compared to Venus, for example, 65% is reflected back from the Venus. So this is why the Bennu Orisis X is going to Bennu. Again, just to reiterate, going by NASA, obviously NASA will be there to study the asteroid Bennu, study material from the carbon-rich asteroid. Carbon-rich material hence absorbs a lot of light, which could hold evidence dating back to the beginning of this solar system 4.5 billion years ago. Bennu orbits the sun roughly at the same distance as the Earth every 6 years. It's not very important. Water traces have been found on the Bennu. Okay. Chalo, they have started to collect the samples from the Bennu. So touchdown has happened. Okay. Site near the north pole of the asteroid Bennu is designated as the night angle and has been selected as the sample collection mission by the NASA. So night angle is the sample collection site on the Bennu. ठीक है. Osprey as the backup sample collection site, it's not very important. Just remember the first sample collection site. New Shepard. New Shepard is basically a reusable suborbital rocket system designed to take the astronauts and researchers' payload past the Kármán line. Kármán line is the internationally recognized boundary of the space. So this, for example, this is the Earth, Kármán line, and beyond it, it is said that it is space. So you need to have a properly defined line out of which that is space. It is launched by the US-based space company that is Blue Origin. Okay, so Blue Origin is the company which is taking it up. New Shepard is Blue Origin. Now, three major international private sector that are there, right? I hope you understand. You know all of these three. The leftmost is Jeff Bezos, Blue Origin, right? He is responsible for New Shepard. Take Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos, Amazon. In between, Elon Musk, SpaceX, and that is Tesla, PayPal. Next is Richard Branson of Virgin Galactic. What type of a question you can expect? You can expect a question, this New Shepard is a reusable, which is the company associated with it, or who is the company which is, or which is the institution which is doing it. NASA, Blue Origin, SpaceX, and Virgin Galactica. The idea behind that is also easy. If you see the recent Atmanirbhar Bharat package, one of the very important line is that we need to increase the presence of the private sector into the space. We should not only, ISRO should work as only a lighthouse institution, and rest of the private sector needs to get entry into the space sector, taking cue from these three companies: Blue Origin, SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic. So what you need to remember, that which company is there, and any specific, for example, Falcon is of SpaceX. So usko yaad rakhna hai, because the question you can get on this angle, the private sector and which space aircraft which is in the news. Okay? So New Shepard is from the Jeff Bezos, that is Blue Origin. That's all for space. Some miscellaneous stuff, miscellaneous only the Nobel Peace Prize we'll discuss. First Nobel Peace Prize is given to for the discovery of the hepatitis C virus. In UPSC, you don't expect question which Nobel Prize needs to be given. But hepatitis itself is a very, very important topic. And we'll discuss, I have last year discussed it, but this year also I'll discuss hepatitis. All the types of hepatitis, all the possible questions, all the questions which have come on the hepatitis. I have discussed last time and I'll discuss this time too. It's a very important disease from our exam perspective, very deadly disease as well. Okay? So this hepatitis virus we will discuss later on, but we'll discuss in detail human health and disease within that category. But for reference, Nobel Prize for Medicine for given for the discovery of the hepatitis C virus. Then you have the Physics Nobel Peace Prize. And incidentally, all the Nobel Peace Prize are given on the topics on which the discussions are due. For example, LIGO, where there we'll discuss about this black hole very briefly and what is relevant from our UPSC perspective. So we will discuss that there. So three scientists shared prize for black hole research, and more importantly, a lady is there, Andrea Ghez. She is the fourth woman after the Madame Curie. Madame Curie, everybody knows. First, she got Physics Nobel Prize, then she got Chemistry Nobel Prize in 1911. Then Maria, you don't have to remember the name, just Madame Curie was the first, and she is the fourth. That's all. Okay. So, Madame Curie got Nobel Prize 2 times, and she was there. Third, very interestingly, all women crew got Nobel Peace Prize for chemistry, and they got it for the Cas9, the gene cutter basically. UPSC has already asked question on it, so we don't have to cover that in detail. So that question has already been asked. So with this tool, gene cutting tool, for example, in the last session we talked about genes, right? So this tool helps us to cut the gene. For example, in the genome sequencing, you identified that this gene is problematic, this gene is causing cancer. You cut the gene and you insert other gene. That's all. That is why genome mapping is also important, that we have discussed, and that is why This is also very important. The cutting, the cutter, the scissor. It's also known as the molecular scissor because at the very small level it is working. Also known as the molecular scissor or snipping scissor. Okay? It is contributing to new cancer therapies and may make the dream of cutting the inherited disease come true. So that's all for today's session. I know it's a very small session. Science and tech stuff and superconductivity topic needs to be discussed. I'll discuss that with Messenger effect in detail. I'll discuss in the next session, in the next month's current affair. Very soon, the November month will start and we'll start very quickly. We'll finish November month within 10 days. We'll try to finish November month within 10 days. That's all for today. See you all in the next class. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.